Hello and welcome. And I thought this would be a wonderful opportunity to offer a Lakshmi experience for all who have been thinking about coming to my workshop. I know there's been a lot of interest for the workshop on the 9th of February in Sydney. And I've included the link here on this live meditation post. And I thought what would be great is to give you a little taster of this Lakshmi experience, this luscious experience. As mentioned in my earlier live video, the message from Lakshmi, and indeed the overwhelming message in divine consciousness, is that we cannot work alone, and we were never meant to be working alone. We need the help of the divine, of the goddesses, and the goddesses, of course, live through us. They live through us and they operate between us. We are the hands, the eyes, and the mouth of the divine. And the divine lives through our actions and our generosity. So this is available for whoever has a question. I'm going to talk a little bit about Lakshmi. I'm going to give you a little meditation that you can tap into to activate your own energy, and the energy that often is depleted around our abundance and our capacity to manifest and magnetize is connected to our sacral chakra, which is just below our navel, just a couple of inches below our navel. And the color for this chakra is this beautiful, rich orange. And it's associated with our creativity, our sexual energy, our birthing of ideas. When we're depleted in this, then we can feel listless. We can feel a sense of struggling and pushing things and never feeling we are fully getting to where we want to go. So we will have a little experience of that, which I will go into more deeply in our day on the 9th. But I want to say a little bit more about Lakshmi. Lakshmi, the name Lakshmi just sounds luscious. And living out of our abundance. And I have Lakshmi here on either side of me, accompanying me, and I've called her in. So if you're watching this, you may feel already your own activation by being in this presence. And I just want to say that living out our abundance is not necessarily connected to how much money we make, our material possessions, what job we have or what car we drive. It is an attitude that is expansive, that is generous, that is grounded, strong and creative. It is indeed our creative life force. And Lakshmi, Maha Lakshmi, the supreme goddess, as she's known in Maha Lakshmi, is the ultimate creative life force. It's that wonderful infinite source from which all is manifest, all our potentiality exists within. So I'm offering this workshop because I found that working with the energy of a particular goddess means we get to meet her. We need to meet Lakshmi. We need to get help at times in meeting and activating our connection with Lakshmi. Means we have a sense of that, an anchor of that connection within ourselves forever. But part of this is learning about how we activate and how we connect to this. And one of the most important aspects of a group is getting together with like-minded women and honing our energy together and that actually amplifies our capacity to magnify our longings, our desires, our wishing to launch our projects. So if you can imagine that you may on your own be operating on batteries that run out quickly, and it feels like you have these tasks that need doing and we just run out of energy to do that. So part of our connecting together to the divine source, and Lakshmi is simply a representation of that, is like plugging into the cosmic PowerPoint, plugging into the cosmic juice and getting into the energetic grid of Lakshmi and opening the line of abundance together. And to learn how we can support each other in activating our abundance connection. So female deities like Lakshmi are often represented as having multiple arms, and this is in order to perform multiple tasks and essentially to get more done. So it's important to remember that these are images of deities that are highly symbolic. It's about what they represent. And I will go deeper into this during our one-day Luscious Spa workshop. But for now, it is enough to know that Lakshmi's 4 arms represent the 4 goals of human life: our life purpose, our desire and longing, which is about celebrating life and manifesting through our joy and our pleasure and feeling that we're in flow. To connect to our essence, our sense of meaning, those things we need to do in order to live the life that we want to live. And liberation, emancipation. And this is liberation from our own limited thinking, the realization of our own consciousness that is limitless. And the classic one around abundance and generosity that we can have as women is that feeling of not being enough and feeling that who we are and what we do isn't enough. So part of this workshop is to activate and embody those qualities that Lakshmi represents: abundance, generosity, and releasing those aspects that operate in a way that can sabotage us and block us from receiving. Particularly if there's an imbalance, we need Lakshmi. If we've spent a lot of time in our lives constantly giving out, this is a time for connecting to our capacity to receive, to feel deserving of receiving, and to support each other in our lusciousness, in our sense of being whole and enough, just as we are, that nothing needs to be added or taken away. This is part of our dignity, our self-respect, knowing that we are enough and we have enough, that we can give our time, our energy and attention more freely when we come from that place of abundance within ourselves. And it's good to think of embodying abundance rather than abundance being out there, that we are the embodiment of the divine. If we embodied abundance, where would our abundance live? So it may be in our kind hearts, or our sense of humor, or the love we show each other, our family members, our children, or perhaps it's our passion for what we want, our message that we want to bring into the world, or our respect of the earth. Where do we already embody the generosity of Lakshmi? So, as mentioned, when we are feeling depleted, when we are feeling like we want to create, but there seems to be a block where we've lost the pleasure in areas of our life, where we feel bored, where we're feeling a lack of inspiration, and our confidence to create is low, and we're feeling self-doubt around what we have to offer in the world. And I truly believe we each have something special to offer. We each bring in our own generosity, our own abundance, our own gifts. And as Marianne Wilson says, we are all special and we are none of us special. We are all co-creating in a world to heal not only ourselves, but to support and heal and raise up each other. This is part of the emancipation that is represented in one of Lakshmi's arms. So if you're feeling that you're trying to push out projects and nothing seems to be moving, or you're feeling the strain of money and financial commitments, then part of this work is about clearing and healing the sacral chakra, which is represented often as a spinning orange circle located just a couple of inches below your navel. So I thought today we would have a little experience of that and connecting to our sacral chakra, whose element is water. So it's not a surprise that in images of Lakshmi, we see her standing in a lotus that's in water. And there are these two great white elephants in the background spraying water, and not this one, but in this one, this image, we see an elephant in the background who is spraying water up behind Lakshmi. So water is the element of this sacral chakra. And so if you can close your eyes for this moment and take a few breaths. If it helps, what I suggest is just tapping on that area. And this is a way of activating our sacral chakra. And take a few slow breaths and bring your attention there, just simply by tapping on your belly. And imagine that as you're tapping, there are these wonderful ripples of orange light spreading out through your belly. Like there's an orange pond, this wonderful orange light, deep, beautiful, rich orange that spreads out through your belly and actually spreads like rippling waves enveloping your whole body. And feel yourself warming up in this process. We're going to do this for a little while. Just tapping on our belly and activating that wonderful sacral chakra. And as you're doing this, you may close your eyes or you may look at the screen. I want you to just say to yourself or out loud, who I am is enough. Who I am is enough. Or perhaps you have your own affirmation around this sacral chakra, which is a deep, deep chakra for it's our creative source. It is that primal creative life source that is represented by Lakshmi. Our sacral chakra is connected to our Shakti, to our feminine life force. So as you're tapping, you may stop tapping or you can continue tapping, but keep your hands there on that, your belly, on that lower belly. Tuning into that rippling orange pond of that sacral chakra. And maybe with your eyes closed, or just softening your gaze, gently adjust your spine and feel into your inherent dignity in this moment. This is your birthright. Your dignity is your birthright. And what we need to do to claim it is to step into it. To allow ourselves to embody this, our essence. And as you breathe into your belly and you feel into your feminine life force, have a sense of its infinite bounty. Lakshmi is a goddess that reminds us that we are infinite beings. We are boundless, we are bountiful, and we are beautiful. And as you have your eyes closed, I want you to appreciate just one thing that you feel abundant in. So one of the things that I totally appreciate is where I live, and I'm in an area that has lots of trees, and I'm near the ocean, and the ocean is so expansive and so changeable and powerful and beautiful that I'm reminded of the abundance that is all around me. And I allow that abundant feeling to fill me, to nourish me, and I connect to it through my base. I have a lot of time that I spend daily. I walk down to the ocean. I don't necessarily swim, but I spend time there to remind myself and allow myself to be in that energy, that wonderful, flowing, abundant energy. So notice where you feel your abundance. Is it your kind heart? Is it your sense of humor? Is it the care that you show others, your family? Do you have abundance in your patience throughout your day? And if there is somewhere that you are feeling the strain of your abundance, because we can often place restrictions on our abundance on it only being material. And I understand that we can have our struggles around that. But if we can loosen that up and open it to feel our generosity and kindness, and we may need to ask for the help and support of Lakshmi in this, to feel our generosity and our kindness and our bountifulness spiritually and materially. And I really want to encourage you now, as we finish up on this live video, to write to me if you have any questions about the Luscious Lakshmi workshop. I would be more than happy to answer them. The main thing I want to say about this workshop is that it's a group effort, that coming together as a group amplifies and supports us each in co-creating the work that we do in our world and in our own healing, in magnetizing those things we long for and desire in our life, and activating the energies of Lakshmi into our life. And we do this together. We activate these energies together. I know many of us have our own rituals and practices that we do alone, and I completely support and acknowledge that. I certainly have mine. But I think there is also a need that I'm appreciating more and more, that we each need support to shift and transform ourselves, and in healing and creating a shift on the planet. And when we're alone, we can slide into that place of fear and doubt and not enough and all those things. So this is an opportunity to be held in a group, to go through a process of shedding, of clearing those old beliefs and offering them up to the great, bountiful, supreme creative life force of Lakshmi, and then opening and activating our own bountifulness, our own abundance, our own lusciousness. And this day is a day of supporting that, to replenishing our depleted energies, to reaffirming our dignity, our self-respect, our enoughness, and our self-worth. So please do write to me or click on the link, but let me know if you have any questions about this coming workshop on the 9th of February. As mentioned in my previous video, all participants are going to be gifted with a free deck of my Soulful Woman cards. And I'll add a link to this post. I forgot to bring them to show you, but they are lusciousness in themselves. They are beautiful cards that are supportive in our process of manifestation. Thank you. My blessings to you. May you have a beautiful, luscious weekend. May you be at peace. May you be kind to yourself. May you feel into your own wholeness and enoughness. Thank you.